Hello and welcome to a fresh new episode of Science Monitor, our weekly update on all that is happening in the field of science and technology in and around the country. From mimicking sun in a steel container to estimating the age of ancient civilizations, technology is everywhere. Before we move on to our exciting stories of the day, let us take a look at the headlines first. India now part of the missile technology control regime. Indus Valley civilization, much older, proves evidence. Air may replace petrol in cars soon. In our segment In Focus today, we will discuss about the experiment and the science behind the International Thermonuclear Experiment Reactor. And now the news in detail. In its most recent undertaking, India has joined the Missile Technology Control Regime. India will henceforth be the 35th member of MTCR, which aims to prevent uncontrolled proliferation of missile technologies and unmanned vehicles. The membership is expected to benefit India in terms of trade in missile technology, including BrahMos, and in its joint ventures with countries like Russia.
India is now part of the Missile Technology Control Regime, popular as MTCR. India officially joined MTCR on 27th June in a ceremony held at New Delhi, in the presence of Foreign Secretary S. Shankar and diplomats from the Netherlands, France and Luxembourg missions. This is India's first entry into any multilateral export control regime and has been supported by all the 34 existing members of MTCR. India's membership potential also benefited from its consent to join the Hague Code of Conduct dealing with the ballistic missile non-proliferation arrangement earlier this month.
It will give us a kind of a leverage to export some of our supersonic missile system to other countries, plus transfer of technologies from the MTCR countries to us and vice versa. Because if you remember in late 90s, we were denied the technology of the cryogenic engine by Russia simply because we were not in the MTCR regime.
MTCR is a multilateral export control regime and involves an informal and voluntary partnership of 35 countries. The venture aims at restricting the proliferation of missiles, complete rocket systems, unmanned air vehicles, and related technology for those systems capable of carrying a 500 kilogram payload for at least 300 kilometers, as well as systems intended for the delivery of weapons of mass destruction. The membership will enable India to more effectively trade in high-end missile technology and also enhance its joint ventures with Russia.
Rewrite history textbooks, as Indus Valley civilization has been proved to be older than it was thought to be. While evidence suggests that the civilization may date back to 8,000 years, it also suggests that the great civilization might have been a victim of major climate change and weakened monsoons.
The Great Bath, planned cities, refined pottery, sophisticated sculptures and seals. The ancient Indus Valley civilization is known for many of its advanced technologies. One of the most ancient Bronze Age civilizations of the world, the Indus Valley civilization flourished in the basins of the Indus River and till date has been believed to be 5,500 years old. But now, rewriting history. A team of researchers from IIT Kharagpur and Archaeological Survey of India have discovered evidence that predates the Indus Valley civilization by at least 8,000 years old. In addition, the researchers have found evidence of a pre-Harappan civilization that existed for at least 1000 years before this. The team has discovered ancient pottery from a site called Bhirana in Haryana, and using a technique called optically stimulated luminescence has estimated that the pottery shards, which may belong to the early mature Harappan time, dates back nearly 6000 years ago.
Basically picked up one pottery from the mature Harappan, another pottery from the early mature Harappan, and they gave us a date which is something like 4800 years and 6000 years. So remember that Indus Valley civilization is generally considered starting from 5500 years, and here at the base of the early mature Harappan we are getting an age of 6000 years. So we thought that we have got some of the oldest potteries in this subcontinent, and below that layer also there is a considerable depth. Early Harappans are there and then the pre-Harappans are there. So we knew that there are older materials below this, and clubbing that with the Hakra level age of the 8000 years, we thought that this is a unique site where not only the people started inhabiting for a very, very long time, probably before the other places like in Harappa and Mohenjo-daro.
The evidence proves that the Indus Valley civilization was taking root well before the Egyptian and Mesopotamian civilizations. The team has also excavated animal remains like bones, teeth, horn cores of cow, goat, deer and antelope, which were put through carbon-14 analysis to decipher antiquity and the climate conditions in which the civilization flourished. And results suggest that the Indus Valley civilization spread over a vast expanse of India, stretching to the banks of the now lost Saraswati River or the Ghaggar-Hakra River, and disappeared only around 3000 years because of climate change and weakened monsoons.
Now the uniqueness of our work is that we found that although the monsoon declined after 7000 years, the civilization did not disappear, which was one of the contender. The climate was one of the contender of the what you call the disappearance of the Indus Valley civilization. What we feel now, and many archaeologists believe, that the Indus Valley civilization people were very innovative, they were very flexible and resolute, and they basically changed their subsistence strategies, changing their crop pattern, and they tried to cope with the climatic change over these few thousand years.
The discovery has been published in the prestigious journal Nature and is likely to force a global rethink on the timelines of ancient civilizations.
How many of us have wondered about how brilliant it would be if we could drive our cars on air instead of